Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining today's webinar. My name is Andrew Albers. I will be your host today. Today's webinar is titled Going Green, Ways to Eliminate Waste in Your Office. All right, let's get right into the PowerPoint here. A couple items to go over before we get started with the presentation. Everyone's on mute, but please put your questions into the question box towards the end of the presentation. I will make sure to review everyone's questions to see if there are any. If I can answer them, I will answer. If not, then I will follow up with you all on a one-on-one basis following the presentation. Also, slides and screenshots will be provided upon request, so feel free to ask for those after the presentation. And finally, this session, as all of our other webinar sessions, is being recorded and will be posted to our YouTube library. So don't feel like you have to take notes. You can watch the video at a later time, and also feel free to share it with others in your organization that may be interested in this topic. So on our agenda today, a few different interesting items we're going to cover today. Kind of how to minimize waste, make processes more efficient with Laserfiche. A fun little scenario is going to be first up in our demonstration. We're going to set up a digital mailroom using Laserfiche and specifically the built-in Laserfiche workflow functionality. So hypothetical mailroom scenario where we're going to receive mail, scan it, import it into Laserfiche, and then have the system automatically create a folder, a mail folder for our recipient with their mail in there, and also send them an email notification letting them know that mail has been received and they can access that mail or document directly from Laserfiche. We're also going to talk about how to print to Laserfiche in a digital manner instead of scanning physical papers. So covering Laserfiche Snapshot. We're going to talk about using a Laserfiche version control with Microsoft products like Word, Excel, PowerPoint to create, save, and process documents in Laserfiche. We're also going to look at the Microsoft Office, Laserfiche Microsoft Office integration, which is really neat. Then we're going to look at saving emails to Laserfiche directly through Outlook, and we're going to talk about how to do it automatically from a mail server using Laserfiche Import Agent, and then more specifically, the email archive tool that's built into Import Agent. We're going to get into a demo of some of these items above, and then we're going to cover resources, and like I said, we'll get to questions at the end. All right, let's get through a couple more slides here. I want to start by talking about printing to Laserfiche to your digital repository, leveraging Snapshot. If you are new to Laserfiche, Laserfiche Snapshot is included with all of the Laserfiche platforms. It's a core feature of the solution, and it's really neat. It's essentially a virtual print driver that allows you to print electronic documents into your repository as image pages. Laserfiche Snapshot works as though you had printed the document and then scanned it back into Laserfiche, but allows you to skip the step of making the actual physical printed copy. So this is great because this works with any application that has a file print function. So your other applications may not have a direct integration into Laserfiche to import those documents in there, but they may obviously have file print. So in that interface, you can select the snapshot driver and send documents as image files into Laserfiche. So the savings here is obvious. You don't have to print a document from another application just to go scan it back into Laserfiche. And I'll be showing this a bit later in the actual demo. Some other things that Snapshot can do, let's just go over this really quickly. Can generate images and text from electronic files like the Word documents, web pages, a text editor, really anything, like I said, with the file print function. So it acts as a tool to archive particular versions of an electronic file into Laserfiche. The files generated by Snapshot capture the content of the electronic file at the time that it was processed, and the images and text created from each page of the electronic file are then stored into the Laserfiche repository. It allows you to process any electronic file that can be opened with a Windows application with printing capabilities. The text extracted from the electronic file will be immediately indexed, which makes the document created by Snapshot immediately retrievable by text searching. So as documents are imported into Laserfiche through Snapshot, The OCR engine behind the scenes is leveraged to extract the text and allowing you to then run your keyword searches for those documents that have been imported through Snapshot. So a really cool tool. It's included with the Laserfiche core features of the system. So that's definitely something you want to consider to save some effort and time and be more green, minimize paper waste. As far as the Laserfiche Microsoft Office integration, this is also included with the latest Laserfiche platforms. Not a lot of people may be aware of this, but this does need to be installed as a little plugin. So if it's not installed in your Laserfiche system, reach out to us, reach out to your provider, have that installed, and get using that, because it is pretty useful to use. So the Laserfiche Office integration enables a Laserfiche user to save documents, emails, and attachments directly to Laserfiche. It's compatible with the Microsoft Office suite of products. So some of the more popular ones people use on a daily basis is obviously Microsoft Word, Excel, Outlook, and PowerPoint. In the demo today, I will be showing Word documents and Excel and Outlook. So the Office integration allows you to quickly send files to Laserfiche directly from the native Office applications. You can update electronic documents already in your Laserfiche repository from within their native Office applications, which is pretty neat. I'll be showing that in the demo. Easily attach Laserfiche documents to Microsoft Outlook emails. So the integration works both ways, allowing you to import, but also export directly out of Laserfiche as an email, utilizing the Outlook integration. I'll be showing that as well. You can also take advantage of Laserfiche metadata, versioning, and check-in and check-out features without closing your document. So as you're working with Microsoft Word documents, you have Word open. There's a Laserfiche ribbon that allows you to update metadata, update versions, do check-in and check-out, all within Word, and then send that metadata to Laserfiche once you're done working on that document. Laserfiche version control. This is another core feature included with Laserfiche. Super useful for working with electronic documents in Laserfiche, like Word documents, Excel, again, PowerPoint as well. Anything that's still a living, breathing, active document that folks are collaborating on, you can enable version control on those documents, and then obviously track various versions on those documents. So in my on this slide on the right side, I have sort of a snapshot of the version history, and I'll show this in more detail in the demo, but you get a good snapshot of all the versions of a various document that are in Laserfiche. You have the metadata in terms of who made changes, what time they made changes, what did they change, and that's fully reportable in the Laserfiche audit trail as well. So version control is the capability to save changes to a document without overwriting the original document's history or losing that history. When version control is enabled on a document, modifications of the document will be saved as new versions, with older versions of the document also retained in the document history. And then you can also compare those various versions directly from within the Laserfiche interface. This functionality can also be further expanded on with the check-in and check-out process of documents, allowing users to check out documents where, as the document is checked out, other users can still read it. However, they cannot make any edits to it themselves. They can make additional edits after our original user checks that document back into Laserfiche. So version control included as a core feature in the product. Now, in terms of saving emails to Laserfiche, this is great. This allows you to do email archiving, and I'm going to show in the demo on how to do it ad hoc directly from Outlook, doing a simple drag and drop process, and then also using that Laserfiche ribbon I've mentioned before in the actual Outlook interface. Here, I want to talk more about bulk and automatic imports into Laserfiche. So for this, we can leverage Laserfiche Import Agent. Depending on what Laserfiche platform you are on, you may have Import Agent included as part of your licensing, or it is an optional add-on, again, dependent on what platform, Laserfiche platform you are on. So if you're not aware of Import Agent, it is a tool for automatically importing files into a Laserfiche repository from a Windows folder. So that's kind of like its most basic feature that probably most people that use Import Agent, they use it for that functionality, you know, monitoring hot folders on a network or on a local machine where maybe a copier scans into those folders, and then Import Agent monitors those folders and imports those documents into Laserfiche automatically. However, most folks probably don't know that the Import Agent tool also has an email archive tool built into it. Really cool tool, enables you to automatically import emails from a mail server once it's configured. So this tool can sit there, monitor your Exchange server or other mail server for incoming emails, can monitor various mailboxes on that mail server. As new emails come in, it can automatically, without any user action, can import those emails into Laserfiche, can put them in the correct folders in Laserfiche, name them properly, and also strip out any of the metadata we want to capture from the actual email itself. So a good use case example is on screen here. So let's pretend we're an organization that needs to keep all incoming client messages. We get a lot of client messages. They are routed to a shared mailbox on the mail server. However, we want to monitor that mailbox and bring in those emails to Laserfiche. So from there, Laserfiche email archive sends those emails to the Laserfiche repository without requiring any action on their user's part. Based on the conditions set in the Laserfiche email archive of profiles, the emails are saved to a correspondences folder inside of each client's main folder in Laserfiche. Additionally, the metadata is applied to each message, allowing the user to be each message allowing the messages to be easily searched and retrieved in the future. So the metadata is imported into Laserfiche along with the email itself. Emails become fully text searchable because we're extracting text from those emails as they're imported in by Laserfiche through Import Agent. I have a couple screenshots here showing the Laserfiche Import Agent email archive configuration page. So when you open up Laserfiche Import Agent, this is the main screen you're presented with. Essentially, there are various profiles that are set up. You may have profiles for local importing of files from those Windows folders, or also from network folders. And then obviously, the email archive part of itself will have its own profile for importing emails from your mail server, whether that is Exchange or other mail server you may be using. Just a quick look on what some of those settings look like in the Import Agent setup screen. So here, that first slide or first screenshot on the left, this is where we configure our profile for capturing those emails from that mail server. So we fill in our server information and our credentials. On the right on that screenshot is where we configure our document properties. You can see there that there is a percentage symbol. So what that is, that's a Laserfiche token. And that allows us to bring in metadata based on that token. So like the email subject will get put into the name of the actual document. Also, some intelligence based on those tokens is that Laserfiche is able to create folders and file emails in the appropriate folders based on those Laserfiche tokens that are based on the metadata that's extracted from the email itself. We can also set our text settings, whether we're retrieving text from the emails or not. We obviously probably do in most cases want to capture also the text and have that full text search capability. And then we can also set our handling of attachments, whether we want to save attachments to Laserfiche along with the email. So there are various options for saving those attachments into Laserfiche. Final slide here for this portion of the email archive presentation is our template selection. So in most cases for emails, you'll have one email template. And again, we have various fields with tokens. Those index fields are retrieved from the actual body of the email, like our sender email, recipient, subject, so on and so forth. And then additionally too, we can set Laserfiche tags to be automatically applied to emails. So if you're not familiar with Laserfiche tags, this is something that's also a core feature of a Laserfiche system. It allows you to apply two types of Laserfiche tags. There are security type tags. So for example, you may have a confidential tag. When a confidential tag is applied to emails or documents in Laserfiche, either by workflow or the end user, only users that have access to view confidentially tagged documents can view those documents in Laserfiche. So that's a security type tag. The other type is an informational type tag. This may be a tag for example, for a specific project. You may have emails that are in various users folders in Laserfiche, but they all pertain to one specific project. Well, as long as they all share that common tag, you can then easily retrieve all of those emails by just searching for that specific project tag. So Laserfiche tags can be extremely useful in the system. All right, demo time. Let's get into the demonstration here. The first thing I wanted to show you all today is the hypothetical mailroom scenario. So for that, I'm going to open up Laserfiche Web Access. I do also have the Laserfiche client application open for you as well. I will kind of go back and forth between the two. I know we have users that like the installed client application. Then we also have users that prefer just the web-based interface. So we'll start off by working with the web-based interface. I will navigate into my little hypothetical Dunder Mifflin mailroom scenario here. So we'll open up our mailroom folder, and you'll notice that I have two subfolders here. I have an incoming subfolder, and then I have a mail folder. Under the incoming subfolder, this is where our workflow sits. This folder is currently empty. There's nothing in here. Obviously, nothing has come in yet. But there is a workflow monitoring that folder. So anything that comes into that folder gets recognized and gets processed by the Laserfiche workflow engine. Then in our mail folder, we have all of our internal employees that have already received some kind of mail, have their mail present in this folder in Laserfiche. So what our Laserfiche workflow is doing behind the scenes as mail is, so let me back up. Let's pretend we are in a hypothetical mailroom scenario in an organization where physical mail is received on a daily basis. And we have somebody in the mailroom processing that mail. So what we're doing here, we're having somebody image that mail. So somebody actually opens the mail, scans it into Laserfiche, and then has Laserfiche process that mail and send a notification to our recipient. Also in the background, the system is creating a folder for our recipient of that mail in Laserfiche and filing any of that mail received into that folder. So let's take a look at what that looks like. I'll go to my incoming folder here, and I'm going to do a simple drag and drop. I got to open my sample documents folder here. And let's just do a drag and drop. This could also be a scan process using the Laserfiche scanning interface, or alternatively, if you used another application to already scan the document or mail in this case, it's probably somewhere on a folder on your computer or on the server, so you can do a simple drag and drop as well. I'm just going to drag this brochure into here, and we'll let the Laserfiche workflow process. The only thing we have to do here in this specific case is apply the template. So for this one, I chose our fun little Dunder Mifflin template. And the only required field here is our employee that's had mail sent to them. So in this case, I'm going to select Ryan Howard. So we have a drop down of all of our employees in Laserfiche already. You just select our recipient, Ryan, and we'll hit import. So this document is going to sit here for a couple seconds and get processed by the Laserfiche workflow. You'll know it's been processed once we get a little green dot next to the refresh button here, which we just did. So if we click refresh, this document has been moved now. It's been moved to the mail folder, and you'll notice the system created a folder for Ryan Howard, and it also has sent Ryan Howard an email notification. So if we navigate into our inbox here, Laserfiche workflow can send various email notifications. So in this case, they get a nice little neat notification letting them know mail has been received, and they can access that mail directly from Laserfiche. So they access it through Laserfiche Web Access. If they have the mobile app, they can also do the same thing, view this mail on the Laserfiche mobile app as well. So maybe they're out of the office, but they still want to read their mail. They can use the mobile app. So this is the document, or let's pretend this is the actual mail document. So it's now in Laserfiche. We have our metadata applied to it. And there we go. So the fun little way of leveraging Laserfiche workflow to provide some efficiency in an organization. I'm sure you can think of other ways to leverage Laserfiche workflow. It's really a great tool, can do a lot. You know, I always find customers thinking of very creative ways to increase efficiency in an organization. This is just kind of one little fun example of one. So that's our first demo completed here. Let's get into Laserfiche Snapshot. So as I mentioned earlier, Laserfiche Snapshot is our virtual print tool into Laserfiche. So this would be used with something that doesn't have the Laserfiche integration already built in. Like you see in my Outlook here, I have a Laserfiche ribbon. I'll be showing this a bit later, but just a quick preview here. I have a Laserfiche ribbon built into Outlook, and I can save directly into Laserfiche. Well, let's look at an application that doesn't have that ribbon. I have a notepad document here. Let's open that up. Let me close this, minimize this window. So this obviously doesn't have a Laserfiche ribbon or a Laserfiche integration, but it has file print in the menu. So we can select that. Now here we have to make sure we select the Laserfiche Snapshot print driver. And we're gonna hit print, and this is going to image our document and send it as a TIFF into Laserfiche. Now, in most cases, you have to log in, but if you have single sign-on, you can be taken directly into the snapshot interface. So that was done for me there. And I'll just kind of walk you through some of the settings here. Here's our document name, so we can create our document name here. I'll just call it the same thing that I have it titled already. Now, here's where we can select where we want to send this document. So we have access into our folders in Laserfiche. I'm going to just go ahead and send it to my Going Green webinar folder here. Select OK. That all looks good. We can also apply metadata. So we can do this manually here if we want to, or we can have a workflow waiting in an incoming folder in Laserfiche for anything that's been snapshotted, and further process these documents with a bit more intelligence, dynamically applying some of this metadata, but you can also manually apply it on the front end here. I'm not going to select the templates for the sake of time here. So that's our document properties. You can also here apply any of those tags, like I mentioned, the confidential tag or a project tag or any other tag you may have. Some other options here that are pretty useful is, for example, if there is a document that already exists in Laserfiche with the same name, this is cool here. Snapshot can actually insert these image pages into your document based on specific settings here. So we can tell it like we want to put it after the last page or before the first page, and so on and so forth. So you have those settings here to do that as well. You can have a little preview here you can turn on, see what that's going to look like. And then you can select the settings here for obtaining the extracted text from those documents that are being imported through Snapshot. So obviously, you want to have OCR turned on to import that text into Laserfiche and have this searchable. So let's click OK, send this over into Laserfiche. That looks great. We can go ahead and close this, go into our Laserfiche repository, go into our Going Green webinar folder. And there is our document. So it's been imaged into Laserfiche. It's now a living document in Laserfiche. And we can go ahead and leverage Laserfiche annotating tools if we want to do that, maybe do some highlights, so on and so forth. So yeah, this is Laserfiche Snapshot, really useful tool for sending documents to Laserfiche that don't already have an integration. Obviously, the big benefit is why have to print a document and just go scan it back in. So definitely consider using Laserfiche Snapshot. So great, let's look at some other functionality here. I want to cover the Office integration and do some version control. So let's close out of this document here. And let's open up Microsoft Word. Show you the Laserfiche ribbon in a bit more detail. So I have a Microsoft Word document here. So as I mentioned, the Office integration, Laserfiche Office integration works with Microsoft Word. This is my little test document here. And here I have a Laserfiche ribbon. So this allows me to send this document into Laserfiche as a Word document. I could also do the file print here and select the snapshot driver as well. If you wanted to send it in as a TIFF, you have the snapshot option here as well. But this is a Word document. I want to keep it as a Word document. I want to save it to Laserfiche as a Word document. I can do that directly here from the integration. I believe it's going to ask me to log in here. So let's give this a second to work. Fun little error, but it has logged us in, and we're in our Laserfiche repository. So I just want to make sure I'm going to the right folder. We can change our document name here. Then when we hit save, this is where the integration takes over. It also allows us to apply any metadata if we want to do that manually, or once maybe later in Laserfiche, we want to have Laserfiche workflow apply some of this metadata for us automatically. We can do that. We can also apply any of those document tags. I'm not going to do either. I'm just going to click OK, send this off into the Laserfiche repository. I'm going to close my local copy here. And let's go into the Laserfiche repository here. You'll notice there's a new document because there's a green little box next to the refresh icon, so make sure to refresh. And here is our Word document in Laserfiche. You'll notice it's a Word document because it's got the Word icon here. This is the TIFF. This is just a little page symbol here, so that's how you know it's a TIFF. This is a Word doc. So this opens in the Laserfiche viewer for viewing. Let's take a look at that. So here's our little Word document, opens up in the Laserfiche viewer for us. We can view the document. However, we want to make changes to this document. So we have a couple different options. We can use Word Online or our locally installed copy of Microsoft Word. However, before I do that, I wanted to show you all the version control settings. So on my main Going Green webinar folder, I actually have it where versions are being tracked as soon as I import any documents. So any new documents that come into this folder automatically have version history turned on. You can turn this off and you can just run version history on a document by document basis if you don't want to have it set for the whole folder. But if you forget to turn it on the whole folder, you have to remember to turn it on for the specific documents within that folder. So I have it turned on for my Word document that's just been imported in. So let's go back and open this document here and let's go ahead and edit it. I'm just going to use my local Word install here to do that. So this will obviously open in Microsoft Word for me here. All right, so now it's editable. We can make some changes. So let's just delete this. And just add some text here for some content. Okay, great. So now I'm going to close out of my local copy, and obviously Laserfiche is smart and it's monitoring this document, and it asked me to save changes. I obviously wanted to save changes, keep track of my versions. So I'll just put a little demo version comment here. So now that's being saved back into the Laserfiche repository. All right, if we go back into our folder here, under my version history, if I select my document here, you notice I have 2 versions now. So I can go ahead and navigate here, and I get a little preview of the 2 different versions. So I see version 1, exactly when it was created by who, version 2, when it was changed, what was changed, and I can even compare the 2 versions and get a bit more detail here. So I can select those 2 versions, select compare versions, gives me a little bit more detail, but that's still not good enough. I want to see the actual document. So I can do that by selecting compare changes here. This is going to open it back in Word, and it's going to use the built-in tools in Word where it allows you to track those versions or changes in those 2 versions. So let's let that open. All right, perfect. Here's our Word document, and here we go. So we have those version changes here. You can toggle them on and off here, see exactly what was deleted, what was added here. So this is perfect for maybe for contract. You're working with a Word doc, right? It's a contract, it's being edited, maybe workflow is passing it from the vendor's legal team to your internal legal team, and you want to see those different versions. Well, if you have version control history turned on in Laserfiche, you can see those changes in the actual document itself, and then also in your version history here in the Laserfiche viewer. So that's using version control with Microsoft Word. I just want to quickly look at Excel. It's the same idea, so I'll just show you that integration is there as well. I think I have a sample Excel document here. Let's go ahead and send that into Laserfiche. Same process with our Laserfiche ribbon here. We have our content here. We're done with this document. We want to save it to Laserfiche. New document. Same idea here. Let's see if I get my fun little login error. Oh, it's asking me to log in this time. Okay. Obviously, if you have single sign-on turn on, this is not going to be an issue. Oops. Can't type today. Apologies. Yeah, there's that little error still, but it's fine. It takes me into my repository where I need to go to, navigate to my Going Green folder, just save it in there. Same idea with Excel. You can select the template, add any metadata. If you wanted to capture that metadata here with the template, you can do that. I'm not going to fill out any metadata manually. I can have workflow do all that for me later. Let's click OK, send that to Laserfiche. So same idea with Excel documents. I wanted to show you all that you can also do that with Excel. You can also do it with PowerPoint as well. That's another popular application. So let's navigate back to Laserfiche here. Refresh. We have a new document here. So there's that Excel symbol next to our document. You know it's an Excel document. Same idea here. It opens up in Laserfiche for the viewer itself. You can actually view the Excel document in Laserfiche. But in order to edit it, you have to open it either with Excel Online or your locally installed Excel copy. One other thing I wanted to show is with metadata updates in the Laserfiche document through the integration. So let's go back to our Word document here. And I'm going to open this up again through Laserfiche, making sure I'm tracking those version changes. I'll open it up through Word for editing. And we're going to go ahead and add some metadata to this document from Microsoft Word, which I think is pretty cool. You don't have to be in Laserfiche to do that. You can be in Word and modify or add Laserfiche metadata. So let's go into our Laserfiche ribbon. We can go into the Laserfiche metadata section in our ribbon, and we can update or add any metadata here. So we can select a template from our list. Maybe this is a contract. We go, so everything with a red asterisk is a required field, so we at least have to fill out 2 here. So we'll call it finance, contract type. For this, we have a drop down here, professional services. So our 2 required fields have been entered. We can click OK here. Save to Laserfiche. New version. Just call it demo. Oh, didn't put a version number. That's okay. So now we have this in Laserfiche as a new version. We've updated metadata. So let's go back into Laserfiche itself. Close out of this here. Let's go back here. And in cloud, you always have to refresh because it's obviously not locally installed. So now if you go to this document here, our Word doc here, under our fields, you notice that the metadata has been updated, which I think is kind of cool because you can do it directly from Word, you can do it from Excel, you can do it from PowerPoint. So that's kind of neat, working with the metadata from within those native Office applications. And so that's the Office integration, Word version control. Before I move off of here, I did want to cover check-in and check-out really quickly. So and let me switch to the client actually, because I've been just showing the web access here. So for our full client fans here, we can do the same thing here. So same repository, same folders. So I'll go back into our folder here, and I will go into our Excel folder here, our Excel document here, and we'll look at the check-in and check-out. So as I mentioned, this is useful for when you don't want to have those simultaneous edits on documents. So it allows you to check out documents. You can put like a little comment, took home to edit. Now, when you check out a document, that means that any other user that's coming here can only view this document. They can't make any simultaneous edits to this document. And they know that by hovering over this document, and they clearly see that this document has been checked out and by who. However, there's even expanded history under our checkout details here. So they know that this document has been checked out by this user at this time, and there's a little comment here. So then our original user comes back in, they can go ahead and check this back in, check-in document. And there you go. Now it's checked back in, and anybody else can edit this document. So that's check-in and check-out. That's also part of version control and history. I wanted to show that before we move on to emails. So I wanted to show how to just simply drag and drop emails out of Outlook. Really cool feature. So let's go into our Outlook. I'm in my little archive folder here. Make sure I have enough room here to drag and drop it. And I'm just going to do a drag and drop here into Laserfiche, into the Laserfiche client. Also works in the web interface, just the same. So you do a simple drag and drop. And the neat part here is that you can have it automatically apply your email template to emails, and it automatically populates our metadata from the email that we've requested it to capture, like the sender, recipient, email addresses, whatever you want to capture, subject line, whatever you want to capture from that email, you can capture, hit OK. And that email is in Laserfiche now, right here. You can go ahead and open it. There is your email archived in Laserfiche. If there was an attachment with this email, it would also be stored in Laserfiche as well. And the metadata is here under our metadata tab. So here's our email template and the metadata applied to our Laserfiche, in our Laserfiche system on our email. So also any text in that email, any text in the attachment on the email is then searchable once it's in Laserfiche. So that's another big benefit. So that's a simple drag and drop of an email into Laserfiche. In the original PowerPoint earlier today, I was talking about Laserfiche Import Agent. It would do the same thing, just on a scheduled basis. So you can do mass imports into Laserfiche on a scheduled basis. Maybe you want a methodical approach, how to email all of your emails for all of your users in your organization. You can schedule those various profiles to run through Import Agent and do that. You can also have it automatically monitor those folders for any new emails and import those into Laserfiche immediately. So that would be done through that Import Agent utility, but the end result would look just the same. Those emails get brought in. They can be put into the appropriate folders for our various users in the system, filed, named, and indexed with metadata properly as well. So that's capturing emails into Laserfiche. I did want to also show how you can export out of Laserfiche. So here is a TIFF image, and I can go ahead and email this out of Laserfiche through that Office integration, but I can also convert it into a PDF, which is neat because maybe not everybody out there that you're sharing documents with knows how to open a TIFF. They may complain like, I don't know how to open a TIFF, so that you can convert it into a PDF on the fly for them from here. You can also share it as a link if it's going to another Laserfiche user. You don't have to send them a file. You can just send them a link into Laserfiche. But if it's going to a third party, yeah, you want to send a file. Like I said, you can convert it into a PDF. And when you hit create email here, this opens up Outlook, again, through that integration, and converts our TIFF into a PDF. And there we go. See, now it's a PDF, and you can go ahead and send this off. So that's pretty cool, I think, getting those documents out of Laserfiche, converting them to a PDF immediately. Kind of nice. So that's emailing out of Laserfiche. What else did I want to show everybody here? We've covered the mass imports using Laserfiche Import Agent. Let's see, I think this may be it for the demo itself. I don't have any more notes here. So let's go back to our PowerPoint here, just finish up here. Just a couple CDI resource slides. We've mentioned before our CDI client portal. If you're a customer, this is where you access all of our training manuals, guides, and register for training sessions, submit support tickets, all of that good stuff is available there. Our YouTube library link, please leverage that. We have a ton of good content there for Laserfiche training, Laserfiche how-to videos, new features and functions in Laserfiche, really cool stuff there. Our blog, the monthly webinars, which you obviously already know about. You can also sign up for our newsletter on our website. And then don't forget, if you're a customer, free training Tuesday, every other Tuesday, our trainer does free trainings for an hour, group training sessions. So that's great. You can sign up for that through our customer portal. Some Laserfiche resources, Aspire CPP training courses. This is where you get Laserfiche certifications. You get certified on the product, really cool stuff. Make sure you leverage that. They also have a lot of guides on their web support site as well, if you need those, if you're a new user. Solution Marketplace, where you can learn about Laserfiche's own integrations with other applications and other tools that they offer. And Laserfiche Answers, this is the Laserfiche forum where you can interact with other Laserfiche users, ask questions for developers, and just interact with the community. So that's available there. And any questions? I will go to the question box here, see if I have any questions. Wow, no questions as far as I can see. Let's see. Oh no, there's a question. Let's see. Yes. Does the Microsoft integration work with Microsoft 365? And yes, it does, Melissa. The other question is to just receive slides. We'll do that for you, no problem. So that's it for our questions today. I did want to thank everybody for your time. Hope this was valuable and you learned something. So thank you, and we'll see you in the next webinar.